All right, Joe, you're back.
Yeah, we've come by to check out the paint and love the paint on the car. And of course, we're right here by the chassis.
Well, last video we did, I think Sean, somebody was videoing, we were both standing in front of it.
Yes, sir.
And we really couldn't see the video of what you were talking about. So if we can get our camera a little closer here and more show what's going on the car, because they don't care about us. Tell us what we got going on here. What's this pulley system? This is pretty nice.
This is a CVF. It was a billet deal, and it's quite nice. It was available when Marsh was not.
Yep.
So I went and got this, and it mounted nice and tight.
Yep.
I'm quite happy with it.
So we got independent front suspension.
Independent front suspension, rack and pinion
Rack
steering.
and pinion steering. Tell us about the motor. This is more than a little bit of a motor here.
Okay, it's a 632. It got as much torque as it does horsepower. So with a little bit of light car, this thing will surely light up the tires.
Even your big wide tires.
Absolutely. It's a roller hydraulic. It's a 6,500 RPM motor, but
We talked about you were an old boat drag racer before. Did you build a motor, have it built?
Had it built by some guys that do it all the time.
Now, did I hear correct? Is this a dyno, 1,000
Yes, sir.
horsepower?
Yes.
So it's one thing to say 1,000 horsepower. It's a whole other thing to say a dyno.
There's less BS involved.
Yeah, let's be While I'm doing some stuff with the school, and I was trying to get dyno work, I thought the college had a dyno, and they don't. It's not worth $850 to dyno a 400 horsepower motor.
No.
But to say it's 1,000 horsepower dyno,
And it'll run on E85.
and what do we got coming over here? Sean wanted to do a video just to have a cherry picker, just to bring this thing over here. Look at this.
It's a monster.
Yeah,
So what do we got there?
it's a 1,500 horsepower Holley EFI system.
It might be the biggest one we've put on yet.
Yes.
Okay, yes with a definite,
Oh, yes.
not a maybe.
Oh, yes.
So let's come through, let's talk about fuel, because that will probably consume some fuel. Or at least not consume it, it'll consume over here, but at least put it in there.
We're going to have to build a special fuel tank because of limited space in the back of the car. So we're going to have to custom make the gas tank as big as we possibly can.
So you're not gonna have a trunk, we're just gonna
No.
fill the trunk full of fuel.
I think the big issue now is where we're going to put the battery.
Well, that'd be Eddie's call. Old fast Eddie, the upholstery guy, we don't want it, in the way. There's no room to put it underneath
Not really.
the car. Normally it would sit up under there, but you got power brakes. We've
Oil
got,
system, oil cooling system.
I'm looking at, oil cooling system and fan. This is pretty intricate down here.
Yeah, it's
It's pretty
full.
serious.
And a line lock. And it's got a Positrack 8-inch Ford, 8.5, no, 9-inch Ford.
9-inch.
Ford.
So we got a Posi 9-inch.
Yes.
What are the gears, do you know?
350.
350?
And the gear vendor overdrive. So my Turbo 400 now is not a 4-speed anymore, it's a 6-speed
Yeah.
automatic.
There's a lot of stuff in this car. This is not
Yeah.
just it's almost a shame to put the body on here. I kind of like to look at
Cover it
this.
up. Yeah. And it's all Holley induction. Use number AN fuel line.
So we made all the brackets for all the fuel system. We're painting those black now. How big is the line?
8 and 10.
8 and 10. So we're going to send a lot of fuel. It's looking pretty good. Let's look at the body real quick, and then next time you see it, it's going to be kind of together.
Like I said, the gas tank will fill this whole area up, and I think what we're gonna do is hold the lid up and fill the gas here instead of punching a hole in the side of the body.
Okay, you think, or that's what you want us to do?
That's what we wanna do.
Okay. So we'll
Yeah, I said.
make sure that we can get Daryl actually building this fuel
Yeah,
cell.
we already talked about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Talk to-
we'll come as much, just so it can fit in. We'll fill all the gaps, come in here. We'll need to
do what we gotta do.
put the baffles, make it, do what we gotta do. You like the color? I like the color.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
You know, I'm generally not just, people say red, and what does red mean? Most of the time, red is like an orange or a,
Yeah,
to me, when you say red, this is red.
yeah, this is
I like
Victory
it.
Red from GM.
I like it.
Oh, I like it.
Put some doors on there, and it's gonna be, so are we, it's just gonna be stripes, no stripes, none of that?
None of no stripes.
No.
If I do, it'll be a vinyl deal, it won't be a paint. I don't anticipate doing that.
This car doesn't need stripes?
No.
I mean, I hate to even bring that up to influence a customer one way or another, but I'm just liking it the way it is myself.
Mhm. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, yeah, that's a, we kept it simple, a simple 1,000 horsepower with, all kinds of simple engineering all around it, but it's pretty simple. It is really straightforward and actually pretty easy maintenance.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know,
I wasn't gonna put in the AC, and I had a strong suggestion we ought to have AC in it, so.
well, I always tell customers, you know, it's not an investment,
Right.
but we've sold a lot of customer cars finished
Hmm?
years later for more than they paid for it. And I started trying to look at it yesterday. The average price of a new car is $47,000. The average life expectancy has gone up a little bit, because they're counting electric cars to be longer. So it was 8, I know, whatever.
Spit.
But it
Wash your
was
mouth
8
out.
years, now it's up to 12 years. So in 12 years, your $47,000 is gone.
Yeah,
And even if it's not gone, how are you gonna repair some of these cars that are, these modern cars? The parts won't be available. How old is this car if it was an actual 40, 34?
80-something years.
Yeah, old. There's not too many steel ones around.
no,
But they're still as cool as ever all this time.
oh, absolutely.
This fiberglass body car and chassis, there's every chance that this will be taken care of and it'll be around in 85 years, and I bet it's gonna be worth more than you paid for it. So maybe it is an investment, but enjoy it. You're not buying it for the
Yeah.
investment. I was just thinking about that yesterday, actually.
I'm looking forward to doing this.
You and a lot of other people
Oh, yeah.
around here.
Yeah.
And it's always fun. Every time you start a motor and get a car going the first time, it's like, there's just something about it. It doesn't matter if you've done it 100 times, 1,000 times, or it's your first time. It's
Yeah.
always pretty much the same feeling. So. Well, Joe, appreciate you. We'll see you in a couple of weeks probably
Yes, sir.
again.
Yes, sir.
And it'll be up at Trinity over then, and we'll be well on the way to wiring and maybe putting an interior in it. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So I think you've got a number on yours is what the next one delivered, so I'm not gonna say because it makes everybody else nervous about what their
Oh,
number
yeah,
is.
yeah.
So we won't say your number, but it's moving down, and they're all kind of moving down the line.
Did he jump to the front of the line?
No, we've had people wanna buy their way to the front. I told them this isn't Disney.
Yeah.
You can't buy a speed pass at Spirit. It doesn't work that way. You get in line and wait.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
All right, well, that's it for today.
Thank you.